Good evening. Good evening. You are listening to the real JFK Jr. live right here on YouTube. Please don't hesitate to share this. This is the biggest story of the century. Hindered, blocked, shadow banned. They don't want you to know. They don't want you to know how evil and corrupt they are. So they try to cover things up. They don't want you to know that America is one big crime ring, crime syndicate run by organized crime. They don't want you to know. They don't want you to know your vote doesn't matter. They don't want you to know because they want to keep us in chains. They want to keep us in slavery. And they don't want you to know how criminal they really are. They have the money, they have the power, they've bought up all social media and mainstream media and every other thing. So we can't get the truth out to the world. Hey, I'm John Kennedy Jr. My father was the president. What they did after that, they unalived my family members and they covered me up. Several attempts on my life to keep me quiet. They don't want you to know. Huge achievement. Feel like a book salesman, people, but everybody needs to check this out. Stolen Identity. Check out the reviews on Amazon. It's on Amazon. Put it in your search engine. Say Stolen Identity, Unveiling the Real John Kennedy Jr. by John Kennedy Jr. Check out the reviews. See what people that have read this are saying about this book. It's a must read. Well, hello, Julie. And with that said, thank you all for your kindness, your gifts, and I try to get back with everybody, and sometimes I get things on sent to me that I don't know where they come from because these people don't put a return address. Like if you get something off Amazon, they don't put a return address. So I got a letter from a wonderful person that made these two lighters for me. This is a wonderful, wonderful lighter, and it's got the cover of my book on it. That was a gift from some beautiful person, and I thought it came from another person. I just didn't know where it came from, but I got a nice letter in the mail the other day that said, "Oh, I'm the one that sent you those lighters." Well, thank you with all my heart and soul. Yeah, I'm going to try to start sending people thank you cards. I really need a secretary to, because when I get mail, I throw it on the coffee table and it gets piled up, and then it goes into a box, and then I'm like lost. And somebody had bought a pendant last week, and it took me 2 hours today to find the tracking number and all that stuff. Hello, Christy. Good morning. Good morning. Thank you so much for joining my live video. People are assholes. Some people can be real assholes. There's so many different types of people in this world. You ever think of all the, I've said this in my videos before. Picture a man on a motorcycle. He crashes on the side of the road. He's laying there. He needs medical assistance. There's the people that will drive by, not help him. But then you got the people that will stop. They'll stop and see if the man's all right, see if he needs some kind of help or what they can do for that man. You got the people that just drive by, but you got the people that will stop too. Then you got the people that will stop, walk over, and kick the man right in the fucking balls, and then get back in their car and drive away. There's really people like that in this world. I've seen them, and there's so many. There's good people. There's good-hearted people, and there's a lot of people that belong in prisons. A lot of the people in the top within our United States government belong in prisons. I would have to say all our former presidents, vice presidents, every single one of them, and so many people in our Congress and our Senate belong in prison. They really, really do. What they have done is they have taken over, and they use the power for their criminal activities. I want you to think about this. I'm the real John Fitzgerald Kennedy Jr. Think hard about this. My identity was stolen. They stole my identity so they could steal money, so they could take over the power of the Kennedy family. Not only was my identity stolen, my sister's and my mother's. They unalive so many people at the top. It's huge. It's a silent war. You know, they do many things to unalive people, all the way to getting them, oh, it was just medical death or this and that, car accidents, whatever. But they unalive a lot of people at the top in their secret war. And they use identity theft. That's the mafia's big fucking money maker. And somebody said, my little dog Bandit passed away yesterday. And somebody made a comment. Somebody asked about little Bandit. And I said, well, he passed away. And somebody said, probably because you use the F word too much. Really? That's the kind of people. That right there, there's kind of people that make these comments that will stop to that motorcycle rider sitting on the side of the road all messed up and kick him in the nuts and drive back. Why are there even people like that out there? Why? I don't know why. But I'd like to kick them in the balls when they make a comment like that. I really would. But things are really messed up. So this man, the John Kennedy Jr., the whole world knew was a fake. He had no Kennedy blood whatsoever, none. His name was actually George. That's just like his magazine. His father was Aristotle Onassis. That's right, my stepfather. Organized crime placed him in my place because they had him do things. He was willing to do things for the mafia. That's right, for organized crime. So what did organized crime do for him? What did organized crime do for the John Kennedy the whole world knew? They made him a district attorney. Think about it. The John Kennedy Jr. that was so loved by the American people, and it was all bullshit. He had no Kennedy blood. They switched him out. They let years go by until they brought him back out into the public to deceive you. That's our government that did that. That's right. Look up John F. Kennedy Jr. and see all the pictures of people that he is with. All of them. People all over, like Donald Trump, like Bobby Kennedy, standing right there next to the fake. Yeah, so what's that tell you about those people that are saying, oh, I love this guy. He's the best in the world. When he stole my identity placed by the mafia, they made him a district attorney. What can a district attorney do? My story is small. It really is. Not that it's small. It's actually huge, but it's small to how vast my story goes, all the way to the presidents of the United States. I mowed Jimmy Carter's lawn. Me, little John Kennedy Jr., mowed Jimmy Carter's lawn. I ate jelly beans off of Ronald Reagan's desk. Ronald Reagan tugged on my ear so I would never forget who he was. It's organized crime, people, at the top. That's right. I could tell you stories about Bush. I could tell you stories about Obama. I can tell you stories about Clintons. They're all crime ring families. You never voted for those people. Any of them. You never voted for any of those people I just mentioned. Why? Because organized crime put them in place. They were going to be put in place whether you liked it or not. They just wanted you to think that your vote mattered. They tell you all the time your vote matters when it doesn't. It doesn't. I hope you all share this. We're being hindered. Are you ready? Are you ready for the quiet journey? Are you? It's a 1 hour, 1 minute, and 11-second documentary. And we are going to blast it on its own website, thequietjourney.tv. We're going to share it to the world. They don't want my story out. So with wonderful, kind-hearted people that have volunteered their time and money to help get justice for me and my loved ones and get this story out, we're going to blast it to the world. And I hope everybody, all you Lions, make videos and share it. It is a very well professionally done documentary on my life, stories of my life, exposing these people, and it should go viral. It is that good. We'll see how bad they hinder us, how bad these people at the top that don't want the truth out so they can keep us all slaves and every other thing. So anyway, I got a website right now, the real John F. Kennedy Jr.com. Please check out the website. Please share the website to the world. You know, I get Lisa, it's 2 a.m. there. Let's see, it's 11:40 here. 11, 12.
Yeah.
I don't know where you are, Lisa.
What time is it? Where she's at?
She says it's 2 a.m. Yeah, I got on here too late.
3 hours. You're probably on the East Coast.
Yeah. Yeah, I got here on too late. It's 11:11 here. What am I thinking? Yeah. So it's 11:11 here. I got looking at the clock. It's 11:111. That is how long the Quiet Journey little movie is. 1 hour, 1 minute, and 11 seconds. Anyway, I lost my little dog Bandit the other day, and when the film crew was here, they got a lot of pictures of my little dog. And I've had so many losses in my day, so many, and that's life, though. But we got to keep going. We got to keep sharing. I loved my little dog. He was my buddy for 12 years or so. Yeah, he pissed on the floor and he shit on the floor, and he pissed me off. But he was my little buddy, and I still miss him. You know, he passed away yesterday, and all night I was like, oh, I got to take my dog out. I'd open the door, and it's like, oh, I left the gate open. He's going to get out, blah, blah, blah. But you come attached. And yeah, so I'm going to miss my buddies, my little buddy there, Bandit. Thank you so much, Ramona. Bandit was cool. Bandit probably heard more than you all ever heard. If he could talk, he's like, man, John told me this and John told me that. Yeah, I slept today too. I had company come over and I was so tired. I had a bellyache last night. I stressed myself. I got that hernia mesh inside my stomach. And I was digging in the garden. And yesterday I got the worst pain in my chest and stomach. And it would lasted all night. I couldn't sleep. So today I ate a can of cream of chicken soup because I was starving, but I didn't want to eat nothing too bad to mess up my stomach. And I fell asleep and I woke up feeling better. I woke up feeling a lot better. But yeah, thank you so much for joining. Thank you so much for joining my live video. The Quiet Journey. It's going to be huge, people. I'm going to see about changing my Cash App also to The Quiet Journey. And because right now it's Poor Boy John Jr. And somebody said, we got to change that Cash App because you need to get back what was stolen from you, which was everything. My name. People are still trying to steal my identity right now. The name they gave me, our government agents gave me, David Keith Quigley, that is a forgery name. That was just on a piece of paper so they could take it to the Social Security office so I could get a Social Security card, so then I could get my driver's license, etc., etc. And I want justice. I want justice. I'm asking. I can't do it myself. It's such a huge story. So thank you all so much. But yeah, like I was saying a little bit ago, there's so many different types of people in this world. It's crazy, all the types of people in this world. I just want to know the loving, kind people. That's all. I don't want to know the backstabbers and the thieves and the greedy people that have no conscience. I think we're all pretty much born into this world as good souls, good people, but it's the evil ones that teach you all the bad things. Like even when I was a kid, going from place to place, secret society to secret society, and being taught about the bloodlines. And even when I was in black ops in the military, how to take lives and not care about it, not let it bother you, things like that. So we're kind of taught that kind of stuff. Be strong, be tough, um, blah, blah.
Not anything here.
Amen. Don't be putting out to the universe that you are poor, you are rich, highly favored and blessed in Jesus' name. Thank you, Christy. That is very kind. I have been putting it out there for the John F. Kennedy Jr. Healing Center. We need a home base. You know, these people with money and power, they own the media. They get their stories out. I've been trying year after year after year after year to get my story out, just to get justice, and they can do it so fast, and we got to do it the hard way. So I'm hoping for a home base, just like at the beginning of this video. There's people that send me cards and love blessings and things, and their name goes into a thing on the coffee table, and then it goes into a box, and then I try to write a thank you card or whatever. But thanks to all of you. It's not that I don't want to thank all of you. It's just because I'm a mess. I'm very unorganized, and hopefully I'll be able to pull your cards out and send you a card back and say thank you. We appreciate your love. Yeah, it means a lot. It's so awesome what you all do. Yeah, we're supposed to get a preview for the documentary and start sharing it here really, really soon. I can't wait. But the big launch day, I believe, is Wednesday. And I'm going to spend most of my time sharing it to you Lions, so you can hopefully reshare it for me, posting it on all my websites and Facebook and TikTok. Robin got kicked off of TikTok again. She opened up another account. As soon as she opened up that account, they gave her a strike for her very first video of me wearing my hat on a motorbike. Either that or it was Little Bandit. Little Bandit passed away, and Robin was really emotionally upset. She loved my little dog, her little dog. Every time he peed and pooped on the floor, I'd say, Robin, that's your dog, not my dog. But yeah, they took her off of TikTok. So Robin on TikTok now is Robin. What is it on TikTok?
Rockin' Robin 4.0.
Yeah, Rockin' Robin 4.0 on TikTok. Write that down, Rockin' Robin 4.0. Follow her, support her. Let's build her account back up, because if you're on TikTok and you hold this up and say stolen identity, oh God, you get struck out for misinformation. Mojo was on there doing a live video, and they said, oh, well, you don't have the copyright. Bullshit. Mojo has all the permission in the world to share this book. I'm giving it to her. That's my face on the front. I'm saying, you have my permission to share this story to the world. It is just appreciated. So very much appreciated. What protest, Robin? Oh, Robin was a friend of mine, just said there's a protest.
50 protests going on tomorrow.
Yeah, tomorrow's a big protest day. I guess they're bussing people in. And hopefully it's to say Donald Trump is a, butthead. But they're all buttheads. Robin was saying, let's get the truck, let's get the trailer. let's get some books and go to the protest and let people see your story, hand out some books and that kind of thing.
The news channels will all be there.
Yeah. There was a guy last night. Me and Robin went out for a little while last night, but there was a guy. We drove by. There was 20 cop cars. So Robin got on Facebook, say, "Hey, what's going on there?" And I guess this guy, you never know the real story when it comes to the media, because the media is all owned and they're gonna cover up or tell things. But what the media said was there was a guy in Vegas that stole a mail truck. He came to Laughlin, I guess, in a mail truck. And, like I said, I don't know the story. I'm just saying what I've heard and what I'm repeating. So the Riverside Resort goes from Bullhead to Laughlin. They got a little boat it's free. So if you park in Arizona, they'll run you over to the Riverside. And a lot of people do that just because Nevada cops are so fucked up. They don't want to drive their Arizona vehicle in Laughlin. So they take the little boat over. I should do that more often too, just so I don't have to drive in Nevada. But not that, whatever. I'm just talking. So anyway, this guy stole a mail truck in Las Vegas, drove it to Laughlin. Something happened. He got on this boat ride that's free that takes you across. I guess he hijacked the boat and floated downstream a ways and had a shootout with the cops there. And I guess he got shot. That's all I know. But yeah, there was, I'd have to say, at least 20 cop cars there. There was cop cars from Nevada and Arizona, and they had all the tape up. But who knows the real story? You never do. Never know the real story. Unless you get a citizen with video camera to get it for you. But hello, Lions. Yeah, so help share my story, people. The quiet journey is going to save me a lot of time by running my mouth a million times. I know I've shared my story 1,000 times, saying, hey, I'm John Kennedy Jr. My father was the president of the United States. I'm releasing what our government won't really tell you happened to my loved ones. It's called identity theft. That's right. They unalived my sister. They unalived my mother. They play mind games. They use MK Ultra. They use Hitler tactics. We have an evil criminal government that all cares about money and power for themselves. So they unalive the kid. No Kennedy curse, people. No Kennedy curse whatsoever. It's called our government mafia secret war. That's what it's called. When something bad happens, look at our government. Look at our secret service. Look at the agents that are all about greed and money. It's that easy. It's not hard. They can follow all the billions of money dollar trails. It's not hard. But they're in power. They won't. And they're not going to tell you the truth. Hey, look what they did to little John Kennedy Jr. at the age of 10 so they could steal fortunes along with Donald Trump. Straight up. Yeah. Let's get them all in court. Let's make a big scene. Let's spread the truth. People ask me all the time, who showed DNA? Prove me wrong. Ask our government to prove me wrong. Quit asking me, because I've spent thousands of dollars. I've taken many DNA tests. Many. Tried to get the truth out. So ask our government that has my father's DNA. It's all over my mother's dress, for God's sakes. His brains were splattered all over my mama's dress. They don't tell you. They ended up unaliving my mother also. You're not going to hear that in the released files. You're not, but you're going to hear it right here because I was a personal eyewitness to her death. They tried to get me to sign a confession of her death. That's right. These agents sat me down in a chair and said, sign that you killed your own mother at 14 years old. I thought I was around 15. Beautiful Mary Maxwell, that wrote the historian tale, said, no, John, you were only 14 then. The historian's tale. The Amazing Return of President Kennedy's Son by Mary W. Maxwell. It is on lulu.com. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. So anyway, hopefully you all are going to hear about the quiet journey. It's my story. It's the story of John F. Kennedy Jr., the real story, the true story. It's very professionally well done. It's 1 hour, 1 minute, and 11 seconds. I'm sure it could be a lot longer, but it's wonderful. I previewed it, and I can't wait for the release this week. This week, Wednesday, I believe. You'll see the previews before that. Hopefully, I got to message the people that, wonderful people that made this, spent their time and money to make it. It's so appreciated. But I got my fingers crossed that this is the one that goes viral. There's been many made, many suppressed. And hopefully that this one will go viral all around the world for all people to see and share it. And it affects us all. My story affects all of us. When you have criminals in our government, you have criminals ruling over us, and they're suppressing a story this big, this huge, about how the criminal activity is done in our government and why it's done. And then you got little old me saying, hey, there's criminals in our government, so they suppress us. They suppress us. Well, it's time we stand up, put up a fight, share like never before. We need to go old school because we, the people, are the biggest army in the world, and we're being run by the few that have the power to control us. It's that simple. But anyway, I hadn't made a video here in a couple of days, and because I lost my puppy dog the other morning, and I wasn't feeling good, but I wanted to come on here and let you know my little dog Bandit passed away, and he's waiting for me on the other side. He was my little buddy, and I'm gonna miss him. I'm gonna miss so many people and loved ones and things in my life, but all love. I'm the real John Fitzgerald Kennedy Jr. trying to share my story on Friday night to get it out to the world. I hope and pray that you help me share it. I hope and pray that we get the John F. Kennedy Jr. Healing Center, a home base and office where we can share the truth to the world and break the chains. But you all have a wonderful weekend.
Did you see Pigeon Killer Arizona's comment?
Oh, Pigeon Killer Arizona.
He needs to come to our house. Is he professional?
Just asking because my uncle was playing golf there when Harrison Ford crashed and helped get him out. No, that's cool. Ask if he's seen anybody running up the hill when he crashed. Because I was actually the one in the back of that plane. Why? Because I think it was planned to kill Harrison Ford that day. I do believe it was planned. Because they had a radio in my ear, and there was a car that parked off the hill, and they told me jump out and run like crazy before somebody saw me. But it was early in the morning, so he must have been, by what I remember, he must have been playing golf pretty early that day. But yeah, as soon as we hit, they were yelling in my ear to jump out and run. So I was not there. Many times they do that. They don't like, that was a special ops mission. And they do some crazy things in the Secret Service over power, because if they tried to kill Harrison Ford on that plane, then that means they tried to kill me on that plane. And me being up in the ranks if they try to kill me, then they can retaliate. It's kind of crazy the way it. Well, hello, Mary. Very nice to see you. I was just talking about you. Wasn't your dog Bandit lucky to follow you around for so many years? I tried to spoil him. I really, really did. I could have been nicer to the little guy. You always think of that when somebody's gone or a pet's gone. It's like, I could have bought him more little steak dinners and things like that, more treats or this and that. But
I spoiled him good.
yeah, Robin, I used to smack him on the butt a little bit if he'd try peeing in the house on something. And Robin was always coming to his defense. No, you can't do that. He just won't remember. So, but when he got sick, it was okay for him to pee anywhere he wanted. I wasn't going to scold him for what he couldn't control. But I was more lucky than he was because he was my buddy. He was my companion. And he was loved. Mary Maxwell joined us. She is the author of The Historian's Tale, The Amazing Return of President Kennedy's Son. It is on Lulu. That's my ugly mug on the front. It's a wonderful read. And thank you with all my heart, Mary, for helping us get more truth out to the world. I appreciate that. Anyway, you all, thank you for joining me on this Friday night. I hope you have a wonderful weekend. I'll try to get back on here and tell you more. I'll find out when the preview for The Quiet Journey is going to be coming out. And be safe this weekend. Be safe. And have a wonderful weekend. God bless you all. Thank you so much for your loves, your prayers, and your shares. So peace out, guys. Thank you so much. Share my story, please. Let's get some justice for all the injustice. God bless.